It's 2008, and Dubai has just set out to revolutionize the real estate world. They're gonna construct the world's largest man-made islands, set to house mansions, hotels, resorts, and more, all located within short distances of each other. It will be a masterpiece and represent new highs of creativity and luxury. However, fast forward to 2022, the islands are being abandoned and some are completely empty. Why is this happening? Is the project going to be a $14 billion mistake? With the real estate boom of the early 2000s, land prices were at record lows in the UAE, and Dubai wanted to take advantage. So, when Nakheel Properties, a government-run real estate company, came up with a mind-boggling project to construct 3 palm tree-shaped artificial islands, developers were all ears. These islands are Palm Jumeirah, Palm Jebel Ali, and Palm Deira. Later, it was announced that another set of islands would be built on the city's coast. These other islands were called the World, the Universe, the Milky Way, and the Dubai Waterfront. These islands were to be constructed in a way that when viewed from space, they looked like the moon, the sun, the planets of the solar system, the Milky Way, and a distant galaxy. Besides its beauty, the Dubai waterfront would also serve as a shelter to protect the other islands from erosion. The project would make the city the undisputed tourist hotspot of the world, thereby providing another source of income for a country so dependent on oil. However, less than 10 years into the project, different issues started arising, which only worsened as time passed. So, let's look at the problems that have left Dubai's man-made islands empty. After Dubai pulled off the Burj Khalifa project, it was difficult to doubt them. What's more, the Arab Emirates used the opening of the Atlantis Hotel to make a big statement. They reportedly spent $20 million for its opening party in September 2008, while the rest of the world was dealing with the financial crisis. In fact, one headline read, "Dubai parties as the rest of the world reels from the economic crisis." This made Dubai seem untouchable and capable of doing the impossible regardless of what the rest of the world was going through. But soon, all that changed. As it turns out, the Arab Emirates was not immune to the financial crash of 2008. The project had already garnered about $15 billion from investors, but everything plummeted with the crash in full swing. At the time, Palm Jumeirah was the most developed island, but it was a struggle to keep the project going and investors were starting to lose faith in the whole thing. However, things took a positive change once again in 2012. The developers had the brilliant idea to take satellite images of what they were doing in hopes of showing the world their masterpiece. Once they were taken and released, the images began to spread like wildfire across various social media platforms, and for a good reason too. There's no doubt that the images were a sight to behold. The breathtaking image of the World Island showed the massive scale and complexity of the project, so once again, the faith of the investors was renewed. By 2014, oil prices fell to record lows and weakened the economy, but it only got worse this time. During the first quarter of 2018, sales of new real estate developments across the country fell by 46%. But before the government could devise a solution to that problem, a marine corporation known as Penguin Marine came with more bad news. According to the company, the sea was gradually reclaiming the land from the islands. NASA later got involved and proved that Palm Jumeirah is now sinking at a rate of 5 millimeters per year. This led to a court case between Nakheel, the real agency, and Penguin Marine, which sought to end the project. However, Nakheel won, and the project continued after they proposed a solution. To ensure the islands don't disappear into the abyss of the ocean, developers created a massive wave breaker around the islands to shield them from the harsh effects of the sea. However, to provide inhabitants and visitors with unobstructed views of the ocean, this barrier is only 2 meters above sea level, thus making it inefficient to solve the problem. In addition, it could actually be doing more harm than good, as the water within the island now becomes stagnant, leading to all sorts of waterborne diseases. Unsurprisingly, the people staying on Palm Jumeirah have complained about the water quality. However, while all these concerns were being raised, the project developers stuck to their crisis management tactics. But while they were working on solving one problem, once again, another was rising. Another problem was the premature erosion of building materials at the sites. A researcher known as Bayanes Saladin conducted environmental studies around Palm Jumeirah. He pointed out that materials were eroding faster due to the project's effect on the natural flow of wind. It was also discovered that marine biodiversity had been negatively impacted, and the sea floor was at risk of suffering irreparable damages. And just when it seemed like nothing else could go wrong, the labor rights issues came, causing a negative light on past and current projects in the city alike. Although the many issues are scaring people away from living on these islands, there are still people willing to take their chances. Besides the people willing to take risks, the artificial islands are a prestige development, and as such, serve a greater role than just being a means to make money. Such developments have the potential to boost Dubai's economy and global image by attracting tourists from around the globe, and most importantly, they serve as national pride. So considering all this, would you be willing to live on the world's biggest artificial island? Let us know in the comments and subscribe if you enjoyed. If you liked this video, then check out our video about Neom, Saudi Arabia's $1 trillion megacity set to transform the world forever. This is Business Loop. Have an amazing day.